Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your hosts, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Auburn Blitz here on this Friday. We're glad that you've joined us wherever it is that you're joining us and whenever it is that you tune us in. Our program brought to you by Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation, and Sensa Green Fair that's cool and clean. Call on Sensa Green. Brett and Andy here with you for your lunch hour. Andy, good to see you today, buddy.
Good to see you too, man.
We're rocking and rolling right on through summer, man. We're almost here at the end of June. It's hard to believe that we are past the halfway point of 2025. I don't know where the first half of this year went.
It is flying by. There's no question about that. I guess it gets – they always say, you know, everybody loves those cliches, and we throw them out all the time. And they always say, yeah, time gets faster the older you get. But I think it's literally happening.
There's no question about it. I know that. I know it's going faster. I mean, I remember when we were younger, Andy, it felt like it took forever to get to the end of the school year. You know, it just drug on and drug on. But man, now you get to January, you start the season or the new year, and it just, you blink and you're in May. And heck, now we're looking at, we know how summer goes, and all my educator friends out there are going to be pissed when I say this, but July 4th, it's kind of on the downhill slope at that point. Summer's fast forwarding to being finished, and I know people feel like it just got out of school, but sorry to break the bad news to you, but that's the truth. When you get to the 4th of July, you kind of are just cruising on down the road at that point.
That is true, unfortunately.
Well, we're just a few weeks away from SEC Media Days, Andy, and you know, you and I hadn't really talked this week, and it's been kind of a not so good last couple of weeks for Auburn football in recruiting. Lose three. I think we've lost 3 commitments now, but we just got one. We'll actually picked up 2. It's been kind of odd. Maybe some guys that weren't on the radar for any of us have been covering recruiting. I've been on the road for the last 2 months, and you know, we really kind of focus in on guys that you know, in the Southeast and some big names here in the state. And Auburn picks up a quarterback yesterday, and they pick up a offensive line commit that never really has even played football before. And he plays at NFL Academy. I didn't even know about this place, to be dead honest with you. But Auburn picks up a big offensive lineman. I think, was he 6'7", 330 pounds?
370.
Yeah, 370, excuse me. I left off 40 pounds. 370 pounds, and then you pick up a quarterback that really wasn't on anybody's radar screen, but, you know, you look at his numbers and you look at where he's ranked 24/7, and, you know, we said some things a few months ago when Auburn was looking at Travis Burgess and, of course, Landon Duckworth here of late, who has yet to make a commitment, the top quarterback prospect in the state of Alabama. And, you know, some other guys that Auburn may have been looking at. We said that, you know, it could be possible that Auburn's got some guys that they're not really talking about that they're looking at and might pull the trigger on and make an offer to that really kind of have gone under the radar. And I guess this qualifies as that. Peyton Falzon, I believe it's Falzon or Falzoni. I don't really know, to be honest. That's how little I know about him. So Peyton, we'll say Falzon.
Up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, there you go.
No, he's not. I'm saying he is not in the crime family. Please.
No. You hear that's how rumors get started. He decommits from Penn State, and he's from Nazareth, Pennsylvania. So, you know, really kind of out of the blue. Let's just be honest about it. Look, everybody we talk to, and I talk to Jason and Christian pretty regularly, and, you know, Faith and I have been on the road all over the place the last 2 months, and this is like getting told Brian Harson's going to be your next head coach. Like, nobody had Brian Harsin on any bingo card to be Auburn's next coach, and then it was named as like, well, maybe they did go out and find the diamond in the rough. No, they found a big old piece of chunk gravels. All Auburn found with him.
Yeah, he was a big old lump of coal.
That's what it was. But look, again, numbers don't lie. And when you look down, he's the number 4 player in the state of Pennsylvania. He's number 11 quarterback in the country, according to 24/7. So
I don't know who he was in the hot tub with and made this arrangement when he ended up flipping to Auburn. But I'm glad that he did. I mean, look, he's 6'5", 200 pounds. He's a good size. Apparently, he's actually got some speed as well. We're finding out. So, I mean, he had a lot of offers. He is rated fairly high. You know, he's by all services combined. You know, he's a top 20 quarterback in the country. So Auburn needed some good news. Will he ever see the field? Will he ever play it down at Auburn? Who knows? Auburn's got Jackson Arnold, who's a sophomore. They got Deuce Knight, who's a freshman. He's got to stand in line now, maybe.
Yeah.
But who knows? He may win the job. He may be the best guy we've ever had at Auburn. I hope that's the case. The offensive lineman, he may be the best offensive lineman we've had since Greg Robinson. I have no idea. But I will say that now he's a project.
Well,
he's never played a down of American football, okay? And here's the paragraph that I read that I can't help but just kind of roll my eyes and think, what in the world is this? Literally, Brett, the paragraph read that, you know, this NFL Asia Pacific Academy that he is a part of, the kid's from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Okay. And it says that he joined this academy, and this academy's sole purpose, it says, is to prepare guys to get them visibility, to get them a scholarship to play college football.
Okay.
And but the press release says this is historic because it's the first time that a college has recruited a guy from this academy. So, I mean, what has it been around for a week? I mean, what that makes no sense, or that's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Look, I'm going to say this, and look, I really hope I'm off, but you know, this seems like we gotta come up with something to stop the bleeding. And again, I hope I'm totally off, but you know, the kid's huge. But talk about a project, you gotta have to teach him how to get in the stands. I mean, it's like, he never played a down of American football. I mean, but Florida State had offered him too. I mean, he, like you said, like Prince Tega that played for Auburn, ended up being a pretty good offensive lineman. Now, he started playing football in high school, so he did play football, and he was a big guy, and a lot of people jumped on him late, and he ended up sticking with Auburn and ended up being a pretty good player. I mean, you know, you saw him progress every year. So,
and I think this guy did actually camp at Auburn. Well, so it's not like they just saw him on film and gave him a scholarship.
Right. So, but we'll see. We'll see kind of how it all plays out. But again, I want to go back to the quarterback in another kid named Peyton. So, well, you look at his numbers, and to me, that's what you look at. Last year, he was a 2,100, almost a 2,200 yard passer, 23 touchdowns to 4 picks. So very efficient, ran for 697 yards too, and had 8 touchdowns on the ground. So, you know, he combined for 31 touchdowns for his high school team. So they were a decent team. They went 7-4 last year. But again, when you look at it, the year before in 23, He was a 19-4 guy. He was 19 TDs, 4 interceptions. So really very, very good with the football. Doesn't turn the football over nearly. Ran for 11 touchdowns that year on 444 yards, but threw for 2,500 his junior year or his sophomore year. So as a sophomore, threw for 2,500, almost 2,600 yards, and then threw for almost 2,200 last year. So, I mean, and very, very efficient with the football. I mean, when you look at it combined, he's thrown 8 picks, and he's what, 42 touchdowns through there to 8 picks. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's the kind of ratio you want to see for sure. Maybe that name does not fit him well, and apparently. So, again, I mean, he's got the size, he's got the numbers. There's no reason not to believe that he is he could be a very good college quarterback.
Andrew Evans from 24/7, he's director of scouting for 24/7. This is what he said. He said he checks off the multi-sport participation box in style with a rare sprinting and swimming background. Said isn't the most fine-tuned passer at this stage, but showed noticeable improvement between sophomore and junior seasons. Not one to panic in the face of pressure, and frequently can buy himself time as he darts away from defenders. Need to keep working on mechanics, operate from the pocket, be more consistent there, but should be viewed as a potential multi-year starter at the Power 4 level with true dual threat capabilities that can light up the scoreboard with his arm and his legs. So that is the director of scouting for 24/7. That's his report on him.
Anyhow that you can light up the scoreboard is fine with me.
Right.
As long as it's not for the other team.
Well, again, when you look at it, and he's turned the ball over 8 times in 2 seasons and thrown for 43 touchdowns, that's a pretty good ratio. So you'll take it. And so we'll see what he does his senior year, and we'll all be watching that, obviously. But just some news there yesterday that broke that caught kind of all of us off guard with him decommitting from Penn State and choosing Auburn. And so Peyton Falzone or Peyton Falzone, I apologize, I don't know exactly. Big kid, 6'5", 210 pounds. So got some weight to put on, but he's getting big. I mean, he's just now a senior. So we'll kind of see how that all plays out. All right, we're up against our first break on the show. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. Stay tuned. More to come right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Zaxby's birthday cake milkshakes are back. Just in time for Zaxby's 35th birthday, so they're gifting you half-off handcrafted milkshakes. Happy birthday to us all. Zaxby's handcrafted milkshakes. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business, with family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best-kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
The clock is ticking on the spectacular pre-owned truck sale now in progress at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Chevy, Fords, GMC, and Dodge trucks and Toyota trucks too. Full size and heavy duty, smaller trucks, work trucks. Prices and payments on all pre-owned trucks have been slashed. This is your chance to get a clean late model used truck at the price you want. And during the sale, special finance rates are now in effect. This sale may end at any time. One location only, Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. 45 minutes left in the show here on this Friday. Again, taping this show, so we're not live in studio today, but you can comment away there on YouTube and Facebook if you would like. Again, we go back and we can interact with you in those comments a little bit later on. Our program brought to you by Russell Do It Center and Building Supply Stores, J. Smith Construction and Excavation, and Sensa Green for air that's cool and clean. Moving along, Andy, I talked about this yesterday on the program. Just kind of get your thoughts. July 1 enters a new era of Auburn athletics as Auburn starts with their Nike contract, a 10-year contract, marks the end of a 18-year run with Under Armour. A lot of people excited about this. Nike's the biggest brand in sports in the world. I don't think anybody can argue with that. And, you know, with the history of Bo Jackson and, you know, Michael Jordan and all of that, you know, Auburn kind of joins the ranks of everybody else. And you look at, this is one of the more lucrative Nike deals that they've signed with any college. And so I think I told Randy this yesterday. I said, it definitely is not going to hurt Auburn going to Nike, I don't think.
Oh no, not at all. I'm interested to see. You know, I think we talked about this one day on the show. I can't remember who I was doing it with, but you know, the first year that Under Armour did the uniforms, is something about it. They didn't quite get it right. The color wasn't quite right. It didn't seem like to me, or you know, they were just different. It was the same. Supposedly, it was the same blue and the same orange as Russell. But it wasn't. It didn't look the same. So I'm interested to see if the uniforms, you know, look the same. Are they going to get it right? Are they going to look? And I'm sure that it's going to be as traditional as it's always been. But it'll just be a little bit different because it's a different manufacturer. But like you said, I mean, you know, Nike is Auburn considered going with Nike way back when Terry Bowden took over.
Exactly.
And and then Alabama went with Nike, and Auburn was going to go with Nike too. And then everybody was like, whoa, now. Auburn's been with Russell Athletic for a long time, and they are right here in Elliott City. So let's just pull back on that a little bit. And so that was very close to happening way back in 1993 or 4 or whatever.
Yeah, 93 and 4, right?
Yeah. So, but anyway, it's going to be kind of fun. I'm looking for. I'm sure they'll have probably a few. I would imagine a few more different kind of designs and things for the fans, and that'll be even better too.
Yeah, they're a marketing company. That's what people a lot of times forget. They're not an apparel manufacturer. They are a marketing company first, and they contract with people. And they just put that swoosh on there, and they make the designs and stuff. So yeah, Randy and I kind of talked about that too. Will there be a little bit of a change every once in a while? Will Auburn wear a Color Rush uniform once a year? Will they mix it up, do something, a little bit different for one particular game? So, yeah, I think that opens the door. It's always been kicked around. Nothing ever happens. We always hear a rumor of a chrome helmet or something like that, and it never comes to fruition. But more apt to do that with Nike and the branding and the way the direction of college athletics is. And so July 1st, you'll see social media and the internet flooded with a bunch of Nike videos with Auburn and probably a bunch of graphics and stuff as they roll that campaign out. But as I look at that Bo Jackson Russell jersey behind you on the wall, you go with that one manufacturer for so long, and then you change to Under Armour and you go with them for 18 years, and then now you're going with your third manufacturer in the life
in the history of
in the life of the program. So so there it is. But a long way from the days of, feel like yesterday for people like me and you, but been a while since that Russell R donned the jersey of Auburn and Alabama, and pretty much anybody else for that matter. So just diving into a new era there with uniforms and stuff like that. So, but anyway, it'll be neat. I think a lot of people, like you said, are excited about the change. I think the apparel, the shoes, I've already seen. I know in our group text, Andy, we've had some people send some pictures of some of the tennis shoes that are going to be coming out. And I know a lot of people will snatch those things up immediately, and they look pretty good, I thought. And so all the jackets and the hats and stuff like that. I was in Auburn 2 days ago, and they had all the Under Armour mannequins piled up in the team store, getting ready to get them out of there and getting ready to put all the new Nike displays up. So, hey,
as far as I always used to, when I was growing up, I always preferred Nike shoes, tennis shoes to anything else.
Sure.
And from it sounds like, I don't know, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I know at one time, basketball guys didn't like the Under Armour shoes. A lot of them didn't like the Under Armour cleats.
Right.
But Nike, so that might be, something very positive as far as just the foot apparel for the sports. I think that's going to be, take up a huge notch here.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. So, if you polled people, I said this to Randy, if you polled people and you ask them, what do you prefer in the athletic world? I would say it could be as high as 9 out of 10 would say Nike. That's just me. I may be off, but definitely 8 out of 10, I would think. But it could be as high as 9 out of 10 that would say what comes, or maybe what apparel or brand comes to mind first when you think of athletics. I would think Nike's the first to roll off most people's tongue.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
All right, we're going to take another break here on the program. Again, we've got about 35 minutes left to go, so everybody stay tuned. More to come on this Friday edition right after this.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe. Call Sensagreen.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We're your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering, or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Halfway through our program today means it's time for Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine in Montgomery and on East Glen in Auburn. Again, we can't say enough about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. And Andy, 4th of July is right around the corner, man. Like it's here, and the deals they've got going on right now for 4th of July, the pre-cooked Boston butt or rib specials that you can get to feed upwards of 12 people, $170 to feed 12 people for ribs, baked beans, and potato salad, all fixed out the door, just handed to you.
I pay half of that to feed 2 people sometimes.
No question.
I'm not kidding. So Yeah, I can smell the ribs almost right now.
I can taste them right now somehow. Jeff does the best job on ribs I think I've ever. Like, I've had some good ribs, and I know you have too, man, but I don't know what he does and how he prepares them. But, man, he is probably the best I've ever had, and we'll be doing that again for 4th of July around here. I did it last year, and so we're putting that order in very soon for our 4th of July. But they got the burger boxes available, 6 or 12 Conecuh or steak burgers, man. I mean, how do you beat that?
You don't. I mean, like the Conecuh burgers. Look, if you love Conecuh sausage and you love cheeseburgers, put your hands together.
You really are selling yourself short if you've never tried one of those things.
I'm serious. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. So Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine, really appreciate them so very much, and really great partners of ours. And go check them out. Again, 2 locations, one in Montgomery, one in Auburn. All right. I love finding stuff like this, and I'll give credit where credit's due. On Instagram, the account is Auburn Anytime. So go check out Auburn Anytime. He's got 3,425 followers. So, but really puts out some cool content. So I like to give props to all these accounts that follow Auburn and come up with different stuff and all. And you and I do this from time to time and try to go out on a limb and see if some things come true. And, you know, we're looking into the future of the season here at the end of June to see what it's going to look like, and to go back maybe in November, December and see if any of these things came true or what, and see if they help shape the season, you know, with the results that it is. So at that time, but some very bold predictions. He didn't say very bold. Some of them are very bold, I think, but it says going to be some bold predictions for Auburn going into the season, or how things would end up. And I'll start with the first one. His bold prediction is that Auburn beats Georgia and Alabama by 10 points.
Combined? Now,
well, hey, you'll take it. You take two. You take a combined 2 points.
You get them both at home. And,
yep.
I mean, you got a week off, and before Alabama, I think, or you got
a week off before Georgia for sure.
Yeah, and there's really not an excuse. I mean, if it's going to happen, it probably needs to happen this year. If you're going to beat them both, when's the last time we beat both Georgia and Alabama in the same year?
2017.
Yeah.
My God,
been a while.
We're getting close. Been getting close to 10 years. It's too long. But that's pretty bold there to start off. But hey, like you said, you are playing both of them at home, and you tend to play them both really close, at home. So we'll see. I don't think this is a stretch, and especially after the next one, after what we've been saying over the last month, and some mock NFL drafts have come out. Xavier Chaplin is a first-round draft pick lock. They got him as high as 12th in some mock drafts right now, Andy. And, we ain't had a first-round draft pick since 2020. So this team, according to some of these mock drafts, Auburn has 3 first-round draft picks: Eric Singleton, Keldrick Falk, and Xavier Chaplin. And look, I'm going to be honest with you. If that pans out and you got 3 first-round draft picks on your team, and you got the likes of Cam Coleman and Malcolm Simmons and some of these other guys that aren't first-round draft picks right now because of where they are in their career, you better win some games. I mean, because, dang, man, 3 first-round draft picks? I mean, 1's great, but to have 3 potentials, I don't see how you can come up with many excuses to lay eggs to have a season that would be anything less than an 8-win season.
Well, there are certain positions that if you have a first-round draft pick at that particular position,
right,
it makes an enormous difference. Quarterback would be one of them. Left tackle would be one of them. If you have a first-round left tackle, then your offense is going to be pretty good. That position is so important, and it can change, the dynamics of your offense so quickly. And look, I have not seen Chaplin play. I admit I didn't watch Virginia Tech, but a couple of times I watched them lose to Vandy. But I didn't watch him in particular, didn't even know his name until he came to Auburn. But he's been very highly thought of at Virginia Tech. They think he's going to translate. They think he's NFL material. I mean, and that's universal. So
he was the top offensive line prospect in the portal. So
if he can live up to billing and stay healthy, then that could be the difference between Auburn, probably winning 5 games and winning 9 games.
Then you got a bunch. Phil Steele came out, Connor Lew, preseason All SEC. I mean, it's center. I mean, I think he had Jeremiah Wright on that list. That's 3 offensive linemen that are with preseason honors. Xavier Chaplin. I mean, 3 of your 5 offensive linemen, and then the other 2, Dylan Wade's pretty good. And then Mason Murphy comes in, from USC that I think a lot of people are high on. So, I mean, crap. I mean, you look at it from that standpoint, all of a sudden your offensive line looks like one of the stronger parts of your team, and it is the most veteran part of the team. Back a few months ago when we were breaking down the roster for spring, it is the most veteran part of the entire team. So when you add all that up, it's time, Andy, for the offensive line to step up and get it done.
No question about it. And that'll be and that will make Jackson Arnold's job that much easier to give him so much more opportunity to succeed and to which you're going to get to here in a minute, to put up some numbers that are emblematic of making the playoff.
And not to really say this is what would or wouldn't have happened at Oklahoma for Jackson Arnold, but I watched him last year, beginning of the year. He looked like Bo Nix when he was at Auburn. Oklahoma's offensive line was terrible, and he was running all over the place and trying to make plays. And, again, we've seen it happen firsthand at Auburn. A guy like Bo Nix had to leave to go become a Heisman candidate because the offensive line was so bad he was running for his life down here, and everybody wanted to blame him for how bad he was, said he had happy feet. Well, maybe Jackson Arnold leaves the same situation and comes to Auburn, ironically, and plays behind the offensive line that can protect him and give him time to make plays downfield. So we'll see. But we're going to take another break here on the show. Stay tuned. A lot more to come and some more bold predictions for 2025 right after this.
Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air has teamed up again with the Food Bank of East Alabama and Montgomery Area Food Bank in an effort to reduce the high percentage of food insecurity within our communities. For every new Dixie Cares Plan membership purchase, Dixie will be donating 7 meals to partnered food banks. Over the last 3 years, Dixie, along with your help, has donated over 34,000 meals. Thank you for choosing Dixie and for helping us make a difference within our community.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote. EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare. Serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
Hi, I'm Abby Guy, Vice President at Riverbank and Trust. They say that most banks offer the same products, but Riverbank offers something most can't: personal connection. We love getting to know our customers by name and making them feel special with every interaction. It's a feeling of warm hospitality you won't find anywhere else. Experience it for yourself.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
My favorite Alabama player of all time.
Ain't no doubt. All right, here we go. 3, 2. Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Couple segments left in the show today here on this Friday. We hope all of you are preparing for a fun and safe weekend out there. Our program brought to you by Russell Do It Center and Building Supply Stores, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation, and Sensagreen for air that's cool and clean. Call them Sensagreen. All right, some more bold predictions according to Auburn Anytime on Instagram. Love these accounts. Think it's fun. Hey, throw some stuff out there and see if it sticks. The first two we just went through, Auburn beats Georgia and Alabama by 10 points. Xavier Chaplin becomes a first-round draft pick. I don't see that one being a stretch, Andy. I don't really know that that's a bold prediction. The third one, Jackson Arnold throws for 3,000-plus yards and 30 touchdowns. Now, that's a bold prediction.
You know what the record for passing touchdowns is in Auburn history?
Throw it at me.
30.
How about
Cam
that?
Newton, 2010.
Did you like that? I said throw it at me. You catch that? Okay. That's there you go, Cam Newton. 30 touchdowns. Is Jackson Arnold capable of throwing 30 touchdowns in a season?
Well, with the receivers that he has, and again, if he's got, let's say he's got the best, let's just for sake of argument, say he's got the best offensive line in the SEC. You're a pass preference offense.
Right.
Yes, I think he could.
There you go. So Jackson Arnold throwing for 3,000 yards, 30 touchdowns. Auburn's probably sitting in really good shape at the end of the season. Don't know that this is much. I think if he stays healthy, and I think he's on the other side of this next one, I don't think is extremely bold. Alex McPherson doesn't miss an extra point.
I expect that to happen.
I do too. Is there any way a kicker can come back pissed off with a vengeance? If there is one, it's Alex McPherson, and again, tip of the hat to that young man for going through hell last year. And,
really,
just really gotten to the point where it wasn't even about playing football anymore. It was about his life and quality of life, and would he be able to ever really overcome this crazy gastrointestinal disorder that he had. And he has, and I saw him in spring. He's gaining weight back. And he looks good, and the ball comes off his leg good. I mean, he looks back to his old self, Andy. And, again, say what you want to, Auburn kind of crapped the bed on numerous things last year and lost several games, but not having Alex McPherson in some of those games, some of those close games, hurt Auburn. It did.
Yeah, not a bold prediction would be Alex McPherson doesn't miss a field goal.
Right.
Because didn't he do that his sophomore year?
He didn't miss.
I think he went the entire season without missing.
How do you not get the Groza Award?
That's a fair question.
And
probably because somebody kicked like 30 field goals and you only had 14 opportunities or something.
Yeah, true. Still, I don't care. You don't miss something. Now, if he only kicked 3, I get it. But I think he had 19.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's pretty good. All right, moving right along. Cam Coleman goes over 1,000 yards receiving. I don't know that that's.
Please.
Is there a wall? Is there a wall up right at the 1,000-yard mark for our guys? I mean, we tried to get KLS 1,000 last year and couldn't do it. Right there at the very end, remember?
Oh yeah, he came up just short. I mean, we've had. I mean, what was his name?
Darvin Adams.
Darvin Adams had 996 or something like crap. I mean, and he had the year after that he had like 908 or 890 or something. So he was right at the doorstep twice.
Right.
I mean, we got to break on through to the other side. If Jackson Arnold throws for 3,000 plus, how could we not have a 1,000-yard receiver?
Well, you got to. I mean, those kind of go hand in hand. So, look, I think Cam Coleman got a lot of praise and had a good year on a crappy team or team that didn't come up with good results. I'm not sure. Is it possible to say you had a decent team that went 5-7? Because I mean,
we underachieved.
We underachieved. Yeah, we underachieved. So, but Cam Coleman, I think expectations. I've seen some things for him. Maybe he could easily be the best receiver in the conference, and that's with Brian Williams and some of these other guys. I mean, that's part of that same group. So we'll see how it plays out. Cam Coleman, definitely the ceiling is extremely high for him. Let's see. Now this one, I don't know. Kayan Lee leads the Southeastern Conference in interceptions. I like her secondary.
I love Kayan Lee. The only problem with that is
he's got a bunch of ball hawks back there with him.
Well, a lot of times people won't go his way. You lock down that side of the field.
Are you going to go to Caleb Harris instead?
Well, yeah, or Crawford.
Jay Crawford, or a healthy Champ Anthony.
Yeah.
you know, and then you got safeties roaming around back there that Sylvester Smith and Anquan New Boy Fagans. I mean, this is one of the better secondaries, I think, that we've had. And, you know, it got better as the year went along, but last year, but I don't know. I mean, is that bold? I mean, I guess that's a bold prediction for you to lead the conference in interceptions.
Sure. I just hope and you know, that'd be fine. I mean, these are all like, okay, let's say Auburn, this is the absolute best case scenario, you know, if this happens.
Right.
Because I think he's got the talent to do it. So
there's too.
that. But I hope this secondary is the most opportunistic.
And he was good.
Turnovers are one of those things that you can't really, I don't think, coach or plan for. I mean, they just kind of happen.
Right.
I mean, that you know what I mean. I mean, yes, you coach them to do this, to put yourself in position, and that if you're in position more, then they'll happen more. But a lot of times it's weird how, you know, that group that we had in the mid-90s with Brian Robinson and Chris Schelling and all those guys, they weren't the most talented guys in the world, but they were always in the right place at the right time. I'm hoping that this group will be a lot like that.
I do too. Kayan Lee, remember, was committed to Ohio State.
Yeah.
And
he was a flip, right?
He was a flip too. So, hey, I think all of us like this one. We're a little biased, and we're going to save it for the last segment of the show. So we're going to go ahead and take our last break. We come back, one final segment here on this Friday of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Buying a home or property can be the biggest investment of your life. The Wisdom Firm is licensed to close any property purchase in the entire state of Alabama. The offices on both Bent Creek Drive in Auburn and Highway 49 South at beautiful Lake Martin. The Wisdom Firm has you covered. Give Travis and his team a call at 334-826-0722 or check them out at www.auburnlegal.com for all your real estate closing needs. No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than the quality of legal services made by other attorneys.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Banner Building Summer Sale is happening right now. No money down, no payments for 90 days, plus 12 months with zero interest now through August 31st on all portable wood and aluminum sheds, carports, garages, and barns built on site or delivered during the summer sales event happening right now at Banner Buildings, 4011 Warm Springs Road in Columbus, or online at bannerbuildingsga.com. Better buildings, better prices, Banner Buildings of Columbus.
At Majestic Caverns, we believe in the power of unforgettable experiences. At a cool 60 degrees year-round, America's most historic caverns guarantees an enjoyable escape. But it doesn't stop there. With over 20 above-ground attractions, including 5 new ones this year, and our Cave Cafe, which offers delicious drinks and plenty of food options. And don't miss our exciting event, Libertas. On June 29th, July 6th, and July 13th, enjoy live entertainment and much more. At Majestic Caverns, your unforgettable adventure awaits.
To the final segment of the Auburn Blitz here on this Friday. Again, we appreciate all of you joining us each and every day here at noon. We appreciate all of you out there that tune us in the mornings for our Auburn Blitz podcast. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, you're watching it right here, right now, or on Facebook or whatever, go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are vastly approaching 10,000 subscribers. So that's way faster than I thought we would ever be, but we appreciate all of you out there that have found us and continue to spread the word and get a lot of great comments from all you guys. We even take in the bad comments. We appreciate all the comments here on Auburn Blitz. So, all right, going back to Auburn Anytime on Instagram and coming up with some bold predictions that he came up with for the 2025. So just a little bit of fun here at the end of June. Don't everybody get the panties in a wad. Don't be saying that Brett and Andy on Auburn Blitz said we were going to do this, or did y'all see that and all that. That we're just having fun, just like this guy's having fun, and would love to see some of this come to fruition. Would love to see all of it come to fruition, but any of it to come to fruition would be really positive. So the next one is Malcolm Simmons leads the team in receiving touchdowns, and I think that can happen.
Oh, yeah. I don't think there's any question. I mean, anytime anybody that's any one of the starters would be capable of doing that, because you have the most opportunities to do it. So, I mean, that's perfectly logical, I think. Now, I mean, you're going to need to develop a rapport with Jackson Arnold. I don't know if that's going to, have that developed yet during this offseason. I hope it has, but, I think Malcolm was underutilized last year. I think he could have even been more. And he had quite a few touchdown passes last year.
Yeah, he's the most versatile guy on the field. So, I look at him and he's very similar to Ryan Williams for Alabama. He's our Ryan Williams. And Malcolm, if you go, well, he's not Ryan Williams, well, just kind of hold yourself a little bit, because track and field, he set a lot of records in the state. And Malcolm's a sprinter, and he's really fast, and he's very elusive. Ryan Williams by far got targeted way more than Malcolm did last year. So, again, I'm not saying I think they're both outstanding players, and they were both in the same class. So we'll see how it plays out. Obviously, Alabama made him a priority last year, and we tried to mix the ball around to Cam Coleman and Malcolm and a couple other guys, Vervaldo, Fairweather, some other stuff. But we'll see how it plays out. But I definitely think Malcolm Simmons could lead the team in touchdown receptions because of the coverage that Cam Coleman's going to endure, and then probably Eric Singleton too. So, but Auburn's got two really elusive guys in Eric Singleton and Malcolm Simmons. All right, the next one, Jared Smith. And I told you, Andy, I really like this kid in the spring. Jared Smith makes SEC all-freshman team at defensive end, and I'm telling you, he's got all the tools in the world to do that this year if he can get out there and get enough reps.
I would love for it to be, a battle between he and Jordan Crawford for freshman, all SEC
or both
on
of
the
them
defensive line. I'd love to see them both. I mean, and I think they're both capable. I think they have tremendous talent. But Jared Smith, he was a little light.
He's light.
I don't know what he's done. I mean, most time, a lot of these guys put on 30 pounds in the summer, in their freshman year. So I don't know what he's done. I hadn't seen the weight yet, but thank you, Alexa. But it could be that could definitely be a possibility for him to do that.
So yeah, look, we got some freshmen I think they're gonna make some noise this year. This was the number 6 ranked recruiting class in the country. There's gonna be some guys. I think Anquan Fagan's got a chance. Eric Winters has a chance to have a really good season. All right, the final one here, according to Auburn Anytime, Damari Alston rushes for 15-plus touchdowns.
15 touchdowns. I mean,
you play solid year.
Oh yeah. I mean, 12 games. That's not like that's a big. I don't think that's a big number.
No.
Of course, he is going to be sharing.
He's going to be sharing backfield with a couple of guys. Yeah.
So, but that'd be a very solid year for the running back room, you would think. So, I hear good things about the kid from UConn, though. They say that, hey, he actually had turf toe, UConn, and he's actually going to be much better than you think. So.
Darrell Robinson.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, and Jeremiah Cobb will be back there too, and I think everybody's just been sitting on edge waiting for him to explode. You know, Georgia really wanted him out of high school, and it really felt like maybe he would flip to Georgia, but Auburn able to hold on to him, and seen him around town a couple of times because he was coached by Kurt Johnson at Montgomery Catholic. Now he's around Benjamin Russell a good bit because he and Coach Johnson have a good relationship. Saw him down at the 7-on-7 in Auburn. Now he's a lot bigger, Andy, lot more physical looking. So he's got high expectations for himself. So looking forward to it. I think you got 3 guys back there that are very serviceable in Darrell Robinson, Jeremiah Cobb, and Damari Austin. So
outside of Jackson Arnold throwing for 30 touchdowns and 3,000 yards, if you could only have one of those, which one would it be?
If you could only have one of those, I'm probably going to say Auburn beating Georgia and Alabama by 10 points.
Yeah.
To me, that's a no-brainer. So
yeah. If you've beaten those 2 teams by 10 points, chances are you ain't lost to Baylor. You probably split with Oklahoma and A&M.
But no, it could be the typical Auburn to lose to Arkansas and beat both of them. So we've seen it happen before.
That's fair point. Yeah.
So anyway, you never predict Auburn. So, all right, Andy, that's going to wrap it up for us here on the Auburn Blitz on this Friday. Again, want to thank our partners, Russell Do It Center and Building Supply Stores, J. Smith Construction and Excavation, and Sensa Green for their partnership here on the program. We hope everybody has a great weekend out there. Be safe in whatever you're doing, and be mindful of people if you're out on the lake or wherever it is that you're traveling up and down the road. For Andy